Today's top stories. Amazon aims for delivery drones to reach 500 U.S. neighborhoods by end of 2026. NASA calls off mission to rescue Swift Gamma Ray Observatory. Sennheiser's new Momentum 5 earbuds feature easily replaceable batteries. LG's new OLED breakthrough can boost display lifespans. NASA gives up on trying to rescue the Swift telescope. Stripe didn't really buy OpenRouter because of the singularity. Waymo's cheaper. Next-gen robotaxi is now open to all riders in these three cities. U.S. says hackers are targeting vulnerable water systems with the help of AI. Meta AI's new Mac app wants you to talk to your apps. And AI data giant Alation confirms cyberattack. We start with Amazon aims for delivery drones to reach 500 U.S. neighborhoods by end of 2026. Amazon aims for delivery drones to reach 500 U.S. neighborhoods by end of 2026. Amazon wants to grow its Prime Air delivery drone service sixfold to reach nearly 500 cities and towns across the United States by the end of 2026. The planned expansions from Amazon and its rivals could make the convenience of delivery drone services available to tens of millions more people in the coming months, but will also test more communities' tolerance for increased noise from daily drone flights. On August 19, Amazon announced it would soon launch Prime Air in the metropolitan areas of Chicago, Cleveland, Atlanta, Syracuse, New York, and Boise, Idaho, with more to come later in the year. Each Prime Air site offers delivery drone service within an area of about 175 square miles, with delivery times ranging from half an hour to an hour. Prime Air already operates out of Amazon warehouses in 10 cities across 7 states. Those include primarily suburban neighborhoods of Phoenix, Tampa, Kansas City, Omaha, Nebraska, Baton Rouge, Louisiana, Detroit, Houston, and San Antonio, Dallas, and Waco, Texas. The Amazon Prime Air expansion comes as competitor Walmart has teamed up with companies Wing and Zipline to scale up its own delivery drone service. Walmart recently celebrated the NASA calls off mission to rescue Swift Gamma Ray Observatory. NASA and Catalyst Space Technologies announced Wednesday they are giving up on a robotic mission to rescue the Swift Gamma Ray telescope before it falls out of orbit. The rescue satellite, named Link, launched July 3 on a journey to fly up to NASA's Neil Gehrels Swift Observatory, capture it with 3 robotic arms, and boost its orbit high enough to escape a looming reentry. Link is about the size of a refrigerator, with 2 power-generating solar arrays and 3 xenon-fueled electric thrusters to send Swift into a safer, higher orbit. Catalyst, the startup leading the Swift rescue effort, said Wednesday that ongoing attitude control issues will prevent the Link satellite from completing its rescue mission. The spacecraft is still alive, and Catalyst said it will make the most of Link's remaining capacity, which may still allow it to get near enough to Swift for a demonstration of the satellite's close-in navigation system. While the mission will not have the ending we originally intended, NASA and Catalyst are assessing what milestones remain ahead, Catalyst said in a statement. We will continue working to extract technical and operational value from the spacecraft. It was. Sennheiser's new Momentum 5 earbuds feature easily replaceable batteries. Sennheiser announced the next version of its flagship wireless earbuds with a major redesign focusing on sustainability. The company claims the new design improves the Momentum True Wireless 5's comfort, stability, and portability. But a more compelling reason to upgrade is that you won't have to replace them in a few years when they stop holding a charge. Both the Momentum 5 earbuds and their charging case feature user-replaceable batteries that are accessible using a compact screwdriver, instead of having to hack through layers of glue. Sennheiser's new Momentum 5 earbuds feature easily replaceable batteries. A screwdriver is all you'll need to swap a new battery into the Momentum 5's charging case and earbuds. The Momentum True Wireless 5 will be available starting on September 3rd for $299.95, which is the same price as the Momentum 4 that launched in early 2024. Color options include 5 metallic finishes: lavender, copper, denim, graphite, and cream. Replaceable batteries are becoming more common in devices again, thanks in part to European sustainability regulations that will go into effect in early 2027. Sennheiser and other companies like Fender and Glorious now offer LG's new OLED breakthrough can boost display lifespans. LG Display has unveiled a new OLED manufacturing method that reportedly results in panels that are brighter, longer lasting, more efficient, and theoretically can be almost any size. This new technology is called FLEPP, FMM-less innovative pixel patterning, which LG Display describes as a dream next-generation OLED patterning method that aims to eliminate some of the existing limitations in OLED panels. LG's new OLED breakthrough can boost display lifespans. The FLEPP tech should also be brighter, more energy efficient, and virtually any size. The main advantage of FLEPP is that it doesn't use a fine metal mask, FMM, like conventional RGB OLEDs, which is a metal plate with tiny holes used to stencil light-emitting materials for pixel patterning. This manufacturing process can be costly, and larger panels can suffer from sagging and alignment problems. Instead, FLEPP positions RGB pixels in order and then uses photolithography and UV light to remove areas that aren't needed. Compared to FMM panels, LG Display says that FLEPP enables OLED panels to be 1.6 times brighter and last 2.4 times longer, and reduces power consumption by 13%. FLEPP is also free from panel size, and NASA gives up on trying to rescue the Swift telescope. Plans to rescue NASA's Swift observatory satellite from falling into Earth's atmosphere are seemingly dead in the water. The agency and Catalyst Space announced yesterday that the Link spacecraft will no longer capture or boost the Swift telescope to a higher altitude due to an ongoing attitude control issue, but will instead conduct rendezvous and proximity operations to collect data for future space exploration. NASA gives up on trying to rescue the Swift telescope. Catalyst Space's Link spacecraft can't push Swift back into a higher orbit. "We knew this was a high-risk, high-reward mission, a first-of-its-kind attempt, developed on an unprecedented timeline driven by the sun's activity," said NASA Astrophysics Director Sean DeMagle-Goldman. "We were all hoping for more science from Swift. But we knew the takeaways from this mission would be worthwhile either way, and we have gained so much through the series of accomplishments up to this point." NASA's Neil Gehrels Swift Observatory was launched in 2004 to study gamma-ray bursts. While only planned for a 2-year mission, it later came to be used as a general-purpose multi-wavelength observatory, but a recent increase in SOLA. Stripe didn't really buy OpenRouter because of the singularity. Stripe confirmed on Wednesday that it was buying OpenRouter. While the company didn't disclose the deal price, sources told the New York Times that it paid $7.5 billion. That's a huge step up from OpenRouter's $1.3 billion valuation in May. To put that price into context, the founders alone will reportedly receive $1.5 billion from the sale, more than the startup's entire valuation just 3 months ago. Investors will get the remaining $6 billion, according to the NYT. Stripe reportedly had to outbid others interested in the fast-growing startup, including Databricks. But the question is, what does a payments giant want with a startup that routes prompts between different AI models? The short and funny answer, according to a leaked letter from Stripe's founders to its investors about the deal, is this: the singularity. It's a fuzzy and perhaps already overworked term, but we decided that January 1 marked the beginning of the singularity, and we've been operating on that basis, they wrote in the letter, published by Eric Newcomer and verified by TechCrunch. The singularity is supposed to mean the point at which humans and the tech we've created merge to become a new species. Waymo's cheaper, next-gen robotaxi is now open to all riders in these 3 cities. Waymo has opened its next-generation robotaxi to all riders in Los Angeles, Phoenix, and San Francisco, a notable milestone for the Alphabet company as it pushes to expand its fleet with vehicles that are cheaper to build, operate, and maintain. For now, customers in these markets may be matched with the new robotaxi, called the Ajay, pronounced Ojai, when they hail a ride. Once Waymo has enough Ajais in its fleet, riders will be able to choose between the new vehicle and the older Jaguar I-Pace robotaxi. Waymo has about 300 Ajay robotaxis in its commercial fleet today, according to a company spokesperson. The company said Wednesday that it plans to roll out the Ajay in Denver, Las Vegas, and San Diego later this year. For years, Waymo has relied on the all-electric modified Jaguar I-Pace for its robotaxi fleet, which now operates in 11 U.S. cities. While the white, sensor-laden autonomous hatchback has become ubiquitous in markets such as San Francisco, it has been more of a stopgap in Waymo's longer-term push toward mass scale and, eventually, profitability. The Waymo Ajai robotaxi is meant to deliver on that ambition. The Ajai is equipped with Waymo's 6th-generation self-doctor. U.S. says hackers are targeting vulnerable water systems with the help of AI. Amidst a spate of ongoing cyberattacks targeting water systems across the country, the U.S. government security agencies are warning that hackers are actively breaking into Siemens devices used in critical infrastructure. U.S. cybersecurity agency CISA, the FBI, and the National Security Agency, among others, said on Wednesday that hackers are targeting all Siemens S7 programmable logic controllers, which are devices used for controlling automated physical processes in energy, water systems, manufacturing, and agriculture. CISA said the attacks are part of broader activity targeting water supply and wastewater systems around the United States. The agency said that the disruption could result in downtime, safety incidents, or equipment damage to critical infrastructure that relies on these devices. The agency said the hackers are using AI to generate exploit scripts that rely on publicly available information to find and exploit vulnerable programmable logic controllers that are running out-of-date software or are otherwise poorly secured. CISA has long warned owners of critical infrastructure to keep these devices disconnected from the internet, and officials have acknowledged. Meta AI's new Mac app wants you to talk to your apps. Meta today announced a new Mac app for Meta AI with built-in system-wide dictation. The app can also look at the current screen and answer your questions based on the context using its Muse Spark model. The company said that the dictation feature works across all apps, just like other tools such as Whisper Flow, Super Whisper, and Monologue. Last month, Google also updated its Gemini app for Mac to enable a system-wide dictation feature. The Mac app release is part of a Meta AI update for business owners. The company said that merchants can connect their Instagram and Facebook accounts, Meta ad campaigns, and Google Workspace, Gmail, Docs, Sheets, and Slides, accounts to Meta AI and get insights by asking queries to the AI assistant. Meta AI can provide users with information about campaign performance and audience engagement metrics to understand what posts have worked well. It added that users can also access intelligence on competitors based on publicly available data. With the new Meta AI integration with business tools, the AI assistant can create proposal decks, draft documents, and spreadsheets. Meta has increasingly focused on making its AI tools available to businesses. AI data giant Alation confirms cyberattack. Days after reporting an incident affecting a number of its customers, enterprise data giant Alation on Thursday confirmed a cyberattack. Alation makes data software that its enterprise customers use to search for files and data using natural language queries. In recent years, the company has expanded into AI, allowing customers to turn large amounts of messy data into usable content. The company says it services more than 500 global companies, including around half of the Fortune 1000 largest companies in the United States. When reached by TechCrunch about the incident, the company said it was investigating. Alation recently identified an isolated incident involving unauthorized activity in one of its systems, the company said in a statement provided to TechCrunch by an external representative, Stephen Russell. We are conducting a thorough investigation of what occurred, and we will provide additional information as appropriate. Alation did not specify the nature of the cyberattack, mention the root cause of the incident, or say how many customers are affected. The company did not say if it had alerted its customers to the incident or what defensive actions, if any, they should. That's all for this news briefing. Thanks for listening. Also, don't forget to hit the subscribe button.